First off, and I've mentioned this a million times, the Slasher Bloodletter combo. If you have Bloodletter on the battlefield and you connect with Unstoppable Slasher, you just win the game, because Bloodletter doubles the amount Unstoppable Slasher makes their opponent lose off of the trigger. Unstoppable Slasher says the opponent loses half life, and double half is in fact whole. It is a Splinter Twin combo. You just win. Speaking of Unstoppable Slasher, it can be kind of difficult to do the Unstoppable Slasher math. At least it like racks my brain a little bit. So the way Unstoppable Slasher is worded is they lose half their life rounded up. For some reason, my brain decides like, okay, it's 13, right? Half of 13 is 6.5. So they should end up with 7 life because it's rounded up. That's not actually how it works. They lose the amount of life rounded up. So half of 13 is 6.5 rounded up to 7. That's how much they lose from 13. So they end up at 6. For some reason, it's really hard to wrap my brain around. And I just felt like it was important to mention because there have to be other people out there like me that for some reason have a hard time with Unstoppable Slasher math. Some versions of Mono Black Midrange are playing Heartless Act. It's important to remember with Heartless Act that if your opponent plays Archfiend of the Dross, you can remove counters of it with Heartless Act and kind of just win the game, because when they untap, the upkeep trigger makes them lose. Unholy Annex cares about demons and allows you to drain 2 life rather than lose 2 life when Unholy Annex triggers on your end step. Remember that Mutavault is a demon. You don't necessarily have to have any of your normal demons on the battlefield. You can activate Mutavault, maybe even with itself, to make sure that you drain off Unholy Annex if you don't need the mana, obviously. Also, Heartless Act doesn't care what kind of counters they are. So Heartless Act, while is a very good removal spell, you can also target your own Unstoppable Slasher with it to remove the stun counters so that you can untap with Unstoppable Slasher even at the end of your opponent's turn, and they might not expect an attack from Unstoppable Slasher if you like remove the counters and are able to untap with it, and you can catch a lot of opponents by surprise. Heartless Act is very good in this deck.